The energy in Times Square is about to get a whole lot heavier as one of the most anticipated boxing cards of the year takes place this weekend. The Fatal Fury event is shaping up to be a spectacle, bringing together some of the biggest names in boxing right now. From redemption arcs to rivalries that could ignite a firestorm. This card promises more than just punches. It's about proving a point.
This is not the same Ryan Garcia.
No. Talk that shit.
At all.
Fuck no.
I got multiple personalities, bitch.
Romero, listen, everyone tune in.
I got multiple personalities, bitch.
This is going to be
and you don't want to see the crazy one. You don't want to see the crazy personality, bitch.
Wait, listen. I'm not a cheerleader.
You and your son is some bitches. You the biggest bitch out of all of them. You a big bitch.
Listen.
That's why you was a pig, right? You a bitch.
Listen.
You a little bitch. You a bitch.
Uh-oh, it's coming back. It's coming back.
Get up.
Let's start with the main event. Ryan Garcia versus Romero. These two have been talking for years about settling things in the ring. But what makes this fight so interesting isn't just their back and forth exchanges, but their very different styles and the baggage both bring to the table. Ryan Garcia has made headlines for all sorts of reasons. His sharp left hook, his social media presence, and more recently, his suspension due to a failed drug test. He hasn't been in the ring since his controversial no contest against Devin Haney in 2024, and many are watching closely to see if Garcia can get back to the form that made him such an exciting talent. He's made changes in his life, cutting out distractions like alcohol and getting back to the grind of serious boxing training. That's the Ryan Garcia everyone's eager to see, and with his speed, power, and flashy technique, he could very well walk away with a victory. But then there's Romero, the brash, unpredictable puncher who never shies away from speaking his mind. Rolly has had a rocky path with a mix of wins and losses that have made people wonder, what exactly is his ceiling? But one thing about Rolly is undeniable, his power. It's raw, unrefined, and explosive. Gervonta Davis felt it when Rolly landed a bomb in their fight. And while it didn't end well for Rolly, he's the type of fighter who thrives on chaos and unpredictability.
Rolly, he can hit, bro. Like, he can hit. He's the only person I felt like when he swung, it felt like bricks was in blood.
There's also a deeper layer here. These guys already have a history. Years ago, Garcia and Rolly shared some intense rounds during a sparring session. According to Garcia, he got caught a few times. According to Rolly, he dominated. That sparring session has become part of the mythos between the two, fueling trash talk and resentment, and adding another personal edge to this showdown.
It was just like a regular sparring match. You know, he had a couple good moments, but I felt like I sparred pretty good, considering I was really low in weight at the time. But, you know, it did bother me, and it's something I always wanted to, you know, put a stake in. Like, I don't even want that to even be near me. Like, that's why I'm here to fight him and just destroy him, and then nobody got to talk about that no more.
And that's the crux of this fight. Garcia, the skilled boxer with speed and precision, versus Rolly, who's a walking knockout waiting to happen. If Rolly catches Garcia, it could be lights out. But if Garcia avoids those heavy punches, his superior technique could shine through. There's a lot at stake for both men. Garcia, looking to prove he can bounce back and silence the doubters, and Rolly, with his back against the wall, aiming to make a statement that he belongs at the top.
It kind of showed me that your strength ain't really up there anymore when I seen your last two fights with Pitbull and the other dude. So you're in for some. It might be your last fight.
With Haney, you look like the only time you ever looked good was when you dropped him. But I mean, man, Haney, man, he's always been.
And you're in big trouble now because I'm not doing the stuff I was doing when I was doing with Haney, and I beat him. So that just shows you where I'm at.
So you were doing it or you weren't doing it?
What do you mean? I showed everybody on my Instagram I was drinking, I was smoking. What are you talking about? I didn't hide it. People seen it. But now I'm not. You can see right now I'm clean. So I'm even more focused. I'm training every day, so it's gonna be even worse.
Good. I want you to be, because I don't want anyone to take away any credit or any of that stuff once I stop your ass.
Okay. Well, like I said, bro, you're gonna be retiring that night. You're gonna be retiring. I promise. It's gonna be your last fight.
I don't think so.
Yes, you're gonna be retiring, bro.
Now, while that's the headline fight, it's not the only one that's worth the price of admission. Devin Haney is also on the card, facing a serious challenge in the form of Jose Ramirez. Haney has a lot to prove. His controversial fight with Garcia last year, which was later ruled a no contest, hasn't been erased from his mind. The loss to Garcia came at a time when Haney's career was just starting to peak, and the setback threw a wrench into his momentum. For Haney, this fight is more than just a chance to get back into the win column. It's about redemption. His opponent, Ramirez, may not have the same high-profile status as some of the others on the card, but don't sleep on him. Ramirez is a former champion, a guy who knows how to dig deep when the going gets tough. He's been in tough battles before, and he knows what it's like to have everything on the line. This fight is going to be a real test of Haney's ability to adjust. For all his talents, his slick footwork, ring intelligence, and ability to control the pace of a fight, Haney has shown moments of vulnerability. In his loss to Garcia, Haney made mistakes that cost him the fight, but now he's coming into this one with a renewed sense of purpose. If he can keep his composure and stay disciplined, he's got the skills to win. But Ramirez will make sure he earns it. The dynamic between Haney and Ramirez adds a layer of drama that goes beyond just the technical aspects of their boxing styles. Haney is a guy who thrives on confidence, and after the Garcia fallout, he's going to need to prove that he's back at his best. On the other side, Ramirez's pressure fighting style might push Haney to fight in a way he hasn't before. It's the type of fight where you'll get to see who can impose their will on the other, and that's what makes it so intriguing. But here's where the bigger picture comes into play. If Haney wins, and if Garcia handles business against Raleigh, they're expected to meet again in October. This time, it won't be surrounded by controversy. No failed drug tests, no missed weight. Just two fighters, one ring, and all the questions from the first fight finally answered. And then, of course, there's Teofimo Lopez. He's taking on Arnold Barbosa Jr. for the WBO super lightweight title. And while this fight might not have the same level of fanfare as the Garcia-Raleigh or Haney-Ramirez fights, don't let that fool you. Lopez is a fighter with something to prove. After losing to George Kambosos Jr. in 2021, Lopez has had to rebuild his career from the ground up, and he's not done yet. The win over Vasily Lomachenko in 2020 may feel like a lifetime ago, but Lopez is determined to remind the world of his immense talent. Barbosa is unbeaten, and while he may not have the star power of Lopez, he's got a solid skill set that could give the former champ trouble. Lopez has had his moments of brilliance, but he's also shown lapses in concentration, something that Barbosa could take advantage of. Lopez knows that another loss could set him back, but a dominant one would put him right back on track. Barbosa, on the other hand, sees this as his big moment to prove he belongs with the top guys. In the end, it all comes down to who wants it more. Garcia's skill and speed versus Raleigh's raw power. Haney's technique and desire for redemption against Ramirez's relentless pressure, and Lopez's comeback attempt against Barbosa's breakthrough moment. Each of these fights has its own drama, and they're all intertwined in a night of boxing that feels like it's more than just about who wins. And perhaps most importantly, will we get the rematch we've been waiting for? So what are your thoughts about this card? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and leave a like for more MMA content like this.